The Village of Hoffman Estates, along with the Illinois Department of Transportation and the Illinois Tollway, welcomes you to the public hearing for the proposed improvements to the Barrington Road Interchange on the Jane Addams Memorial Tollway, Interstate 90, in northern Cook County. The purpose of this hearing is to present the proposed highway improvements and their impacts, and to provide a forum for the public to give comments. Your input in previous public involvement activities has been a valuable part of this study planning process, and your feedback on the proposed improvement today is welcomed. An update on the overall project progress and schedule will be given. Following this presentation, you can review detailed project information in the adjoining room, ask the project study team questions, and provide comments. This project is located along the Jane Addams Memorial Tollway, Interstate 90, between the existing Illinois Route 59 Sutton Road Interchange and the Roselle Road Interchange. The study area includes the villages of Hoffman Estates and South Barrington in northern Cook County. The major roadways included within the study limits are the Jane Addams Memorial Tollway, Interstate 90, Barrington Road, an unmarked state route, and Illinois Route 72, Higgins Road. 4 traffic signals are located on Barrington Road within the study limits: at Lakewood Boulevard and Tennis Club Lane, at Central Road and Studio Drive, at Hassel Road, and at Higgins Road. There are no traffic signals at the existing interchange. Higgins Road has 1 traffic signal at Shoe Factory Road and Greenspoint Parkway. Land uses within the study limits include commercial, office, industrial, residential, and forest preserve. Roadway projects are typically implemented in 3 phases. Phase 1 includes preliminary engineering and environmental studies. Phase 2 includes contract plan preparation and land acquisition. Phase 3 is the construction phase, which is the most visible to the public. This project is currently nearing completion of Phase 1. This interchange project has been scheduled to be constructed in conjunction with the Illinois Tollway's Jane Addams Memorial Tollway Rebuild and Widen project. The proposed schedule will reduce the overall duration of construction in the area, expedite opportunities for economic development, and potentially save on construction costs. The Project Study Group, often referred to as the PSG, for this project includes primary stakeholders, the Village of Hoffman Estates, the Illinois Tollway, and the Illinois Department of Transportation. The Federal Highway Administration ensures the requirements are met to qualify for federal funding. The Community Advisory Group, often referred to as the CAG, is comprised of entities directly affected by the study. The CAG provided insight to issues and concerns and identified potential solutions. The CAG has met in workshop format several times throughout the Phase 1 study. The data collection, purpose and need, alternatives development, and alternative evaluation steps in the Phase 1 planning process have been completed. An alternative has been selected and further refined for your review and comment today. Considerations have been given to design elements, impacts, and stakeholder outreach throughout the project development. This timeline illustrates the basic steps of a Phase 1 study. The Phase 1 study began in early 2012 with data collection, a public information meeting, development of the purpose and need, and alternatives. A second public information meeting was held in early 2013 to present the alternatives. Since then, the preferred alternative has been refined further based upon technical reviews and stakeholder input. The purpose and need of the project was developed jointly by the PSG and the CAG. The purpose of the proposed improvement is to provide full accessibility and connectivity to, from, and across the I-90 Jane Addams Memorial Tollway, and to provide safe mobility for multimodal users crossing I-90 and Barrington Road in the vicinity of the interchange. The project's needs are based upon operational deficiencies, long emergency response and transport times, and the lack of safe bicycle and pedestrian connectivity across I-90. In further detail, the existing limited interchange access presents the following operational issues. The partial access creates circuitous travel routes for motorists. The partial access limits the connectivity to the expressway system, which diminishes the ability of the arterial to support the expressway system. The partial access restricts accommodations for transit on I-90, and the limited access constrains the ability to serve areas of population growth. As stated previously, the partial access also results in long emergency response and transport times. Finally, The existing interchange lacks safe bicycle and pedestrian connectivity across I-90. Following the development of the purpose and need was the alternatives analysis. As part of the alternatives analysis, the evaluation and screening process included 4 steps to generate a preferred alternative. The first step was to develop alternatives. The PSG developed interchange alternatives based upon their technical expertise and past experience. Alternatives were also developed by the CAG. The alternatives then went through the fatal flaw screening and the purpose and need screening to narrow the range of possible alternatives to be approved for construction. The final step of the evaluation and screening process was the alternatives evaluation, which was presented at the last public meeting. The PSG and CAG have selected and refined a preferred alternative for your review this evening. The second public information meeting was held on February 21, 2013. 3 alternatives were presented, and one of the alternatives was identified as the draft preferred alternative by the Project Study Group and Community Advisory Group. The majority of comments expressed support of the preferred alternative. The PSG and CAG identified the Single Point Urban Interchange, or SPUI, as the preferred interchange type alternative. The SPUI is shown schematically on this slide. The SPUI creates one 4-leg signalized intersection on a bridge over I-90. All left-turning movements occur at this intersection. The eastbound exit to I-90 is located in the southwest corner of where I-90 and Barrington Road intersect. The eastbound entrance to I-90 is located in the southeast quadrant of the interchange. The westbound exit from I-90 is located in the northeast corner of the interchange, and the westbound entrance is located at the northwest corner of the interchange. A simulation of the interchange operations is provided in the next room to show the operations of this type of interchange. Transportation improvements planned within the project study area included not only the Illinois Tollway's Jane Addams Memorial Tollway Rebuild and Widen project, but also Pace Bus's I-90 Market Expansion project, of which a park and ride was planned in the vicinity of Barrington Road. Pace's project includes an express bus operating on I-90 and stopping at various locations along the corridor to pick up and drop off passengers. Pace participated in the Community Advisory Group and worked with the Project Study Group to develop complementary transit improvements to the proposed interchange design. Pace has identified a preferred transit improvement concept that they will develop further in cooperation with the Illinois Tollway and the Village of Hoffman Estates. Should Metro's fixed rail Star Line improvement be implemented, it would replace the Pace Express bus operation on I-90. The proposed bridge does not preclude implementation of the Star Line. The Pace Park and Ride concept at Barrington Road includes passenger vehicles accessing the facility via Central Road. Leaving the car in the parking lot, pedestrians can access a pedestrian overpass of the eastern ramp and I-90 mainline. An eastbound station is located between the eastbound I-90 mainline and the eastbound entrance ramp. An eastbound express bus, traveling on I-90 mainline with traffic, exits at the eastbound exit ramp. Instead of continuing up the interchange ramp with vehicles to the intersection, the express bus diverges from ramp traffic to its own ramp adjacent to the I-90 mainline, separated by a barrier wall. The express bus goes underneath the Barrington Road Bridge, similar to the mainline traffic. The express bus continues on the bus ramp to the station for passenger pickup or drop-off. The express bus then exits the station and continues on the bus ramp to converge with the eastbound entrance ramp, which then merges onto the I-90 mainline. The same operation applies to westbound, except the station is located between the westbound I-90 mainline and the westbound exit ramp. Westbound express bus exits I-90 mainline with traffic onto the westbound exit ramp. Before going up to the intersection, the express bus diverges from ramp traffic to its own bus ramp adjacent to the I-90 mainline, separated by a barrier wall. The express bus enters the station for passenger pickup and drop-off. The express bus then re-enters the bus ramp and goes underneath Barrington Road Bridge, similar to the mainline traffic. The express bus converges with the westbound entrance ramp, which then merges onto the I-90 mainline. One of the concerns identified by the community was the lack of connectivity for pedestrians and bicyclists across I-90. This project will include 2 crossings of I-90 for these modes of transportation. A sidewalk will be constructed on the west side of Barrington Road from Hassel Road to Central Road. A shared-use path will be constructed on the east side of Barrington Road from Hassel Road to Central Road due to the proximity of the proposed transit improvements. Both the sidewalk and the shared use path will be carried over I-90 on the same bridge that carries Barrington Road. In addition, PACE may construct a separate pedestrian overpass approximately 600 feet east of Barrington Road as part of the proposed Barrington Road Park and Ride. Another concern identified by the community was the crossing of Barrington Road. 4 crossings of Barrington Road are proposed as part of the improvements, with 2 of them at Hassel Road and another 2 at Central Road. There will be no crosswalks across Barrington Road at the signalized intersection of the interchange on top of the bridge, only across the I-90 ramps. In addition to bicycle and pedestrian facilities along Barrington Road, the village has proposed shared-use path connections across existing tollway right-of-way at the northeast and southeast quadrants of the interchange, which will connect the village's path system to the Barrington Road Park and Ride. The proposed improvements for this project include property impacts. The reasons for the property impacts include limited existing right-of-way, new interchange ramps, Barrington Road widening, expanded bicycle and pedestrian facilities, and retaining wall construction and maintenance. There are 3 types of land acquisition including fee simple, permanent easement, and temporary easement. A fee simple right-of-way acquisition includes the acquisition of all rights and interests on the property. With a permanent easement, the ownership is retained by the property owner, but the agency is allowed access for perpetual use. With a temporary easement, ownership is retained by the property owner and the land is only temporarily used during construction. Approximately 3.46 acres of fee simple right-of-way acquisition is proposed, primarily located in the northwest quadrant of the interchange. Approximately 3 acres of permanent easement is proposed, primarily located on the utility corridor on the south side of the tollway. Approximately 3.48 acres of temporary easement is proposed and is located throughout the project limits. No land acquisition is proposed along Higgins Road. More information is provided on land acquisition in the next room. 2 public meetings and 5 community advisory group meetings have been held to date. Today's public hearing is the final scheduled public involvement activity for the project study. The project website will continue to be updated as the project enters the design and construction phases. The funding of this interchange improvement will be shared by the Village of Hoffman Estates, the Illinois Tollway, and the Illinois Department of Transportation. The Tollway's financial participation is part of its 15-year, $12 billion Move Illinois program, and IDOT's share is included in the department's fiscal year 2014 through 2019 proposed multimodal transportation improvement program, with funding made available through Governor Quinn's Illinois Jobs Now capital improvement program. The study of the Barrington Road interchange is in the final stages. Design of the interchange has already begun on the first item, the Barrington Road Bridge over I-90. Construction of the bridge will begin in the spring of next year. The interchange improvement is scheduled to be open to traffic at the end of 2016, with completion of construction activities in early 2017. The study of the Barrington Road Park and Ride was a joint effort with PACE and this interchange project. The study is in the final stages. Design of the Park and Ride project is scheduled to begin in 2014, with construction beginning in 2015. The Park and Ride is anticipated to be operational early 2017. The study of the Illinois Tollway's Jane Addams Memorial Tollway Rebuild and Widen project completed in early 2013 and design has already begun. Construction of the advanced work will begin in 2014. Construction of the main line will begin in 2015 and is scheduled to be open to traffic at the end of 2016, with a completion of construction activities in early 2017. The remaining steps in the study are to review tonight's public hearing comments and consider design changes. The project report will then be finalized and design approval will be obtained. At that point, the study is then complete. The land acquisition process is scheduled to begin soon. The Barrington Road Bridge reconstruction is scheduled to begin in the spring of 2014. Starting this winter, work on the contract documents for Barrington Road and the interchange will begin. The construction stage of the project will begin in spring of 2014 with the Barrington Road Bridge replacement. The bridge is scheduled to be completed in the summer of 2015. Another construction stage of the project will begin in the spring of 2015 with the construction of the interchange and Barrington Road improvements. These improvements are scheduled to be open to traffic at the end of 2016 with completion of construction activities in early 2017. Please join us in the adjoining rooms to view exhibits and information, talk with project study group members, provide verbal comments to the court reporter, or provide written comments. We thank you for attending today's public hearing and taking an active role in the planning process. Please continue your visit in the adjoining room. This presentation will begin again in 3 minutes. We thank you for attending today's public hearing and taking an active role in the planning process. Please continue your visit in the adjoining room. This presentation will begin again in 2 minutes. We thank you for attending today's public hearing and taking an active role in the planning process. Please continue your visit in the adjoining room. This presentation will begin again in 1 minute.